Well, everybody, we've officially hit rock bottom. That vegan teacher, what a specimen. If you somehow haven't heard of the vegan teacher in the last few years, let me just catch you up. That vegan teacher is an internet celebrity who spends most of her years trying to get animals the Bill of Rights and protect them from being ultimately slaughtered so we can eat them, and is trying to convince the world to go vegan because she doesn't want to see any more animals put through pain and suffering so we can eat them, because apparently that makes sense in her brain. Anyway, with that little explanation out of the way, we can get into the actual reason you're here for this video. We're going to react to a video that she posted around 2 weeks ago titled, "Hitler Was a Nice Guy." Let's start reacting to the video before I crash out over the title alone.
Hello students, welcome to class. Today we have a new student whose name is ChatGPT. Let's hear what she has to say.
10 ways that non-vegans are like Adolf Hitler, and 10 things they can do to show the world that they have decided to be saner than him.
I know the video just started, but I already have to point out a few things. One, that necklace, it doesn't make any kind of sense, at all. And two, to be saner than Adolf Hitler, you just have to be a regular human. That's all you have to do. It's not that hard.
Cool.
1. Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he supported branding sentient beings as property. Just as he dehumanized people and treated them as objects, you brand cows, pigs, and chickens as commodities for your consumption.
You know, one thing I don't get about that vegan teacher is the fact that she says that she's helping God and trying to do God's work out here by trying to get people to go vegan, when God literally put most animals on this earth to be consumed, to be killed and eaten for our survival. That's why our body has proteins. That's why we need proteins and stuff like that.
Chickens have wings, not so they can end up on your plate. Yeah, but so they can fly short distances and feel the joy of the wind on their feathers.
That's just outright not true. The only reason chickens exist is so we can have eggs, chicken, and whatever else we can eat from them. I don't know. We have them so we can consume them. That's the whole reason chickens and pigs and cows and whatever stuff you eat on your plate at a Cracker Barrel or whatever. The only reason they exist is to be eaten, to be tamed, raised, and eaten. That's the only reason they exist. That's the reason God put them on Earth.
If you want to show the world that you are better than Adolf Hitler, stop supporting the branding and commodification of animals and choose plant-based alternatives instead.
Good.
2.
1 point.
Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he put sentient beings in gas chambers. Millions of pigs are suffocated and slaughtered in gas chambers today, just as he did to humans.
I don't think that putting pigs or a cow or whatever animal is on a farm in a gas chamber is the same as putting humans in a gas chamber. I don't see any relation between the two other than the whole gas chamber thing.
Pigs are as intelligent as a 3-year-old child and form deep emotional bonds with their families. If you want to show the world that you are better than Adolf Hitler, stop supporting gas chamber slaughterhouses and eat cruelty-free vegan food instead.
You know, I am genuinely curious on how vegan meat is made. I'm probably going to go search it up after this video, but if I don't, I need someone in the comments to explain how vegan meat is made. Because I don't see how a plant, something that is the complete opposite of anything organic, meat-like, can be turned into something that is meat-like. That is the same as the hamburger I had at McDonald's. I don't see how that is possible. So please, someone explain. Please, someone tell me the ingredients needed to turn a green bean plant or a sunflower into a hamburger.
3.
Good.
Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he exploited the innocent. Just as he exploited people for his gain, you fund industries that enslave and abuse animals who cannot fight back. Mother cows, for instance, cry for days when their calves are taken from them so humans can steal their milk.
Okay, I will admit, taking a baby cow away from its mother is kind of cruel. I mean, if you took a child away from their mother, do you really think that's okay? On any front, animal or human or otherwise, no matter what, that's pretty cruel. That's messed up. But then again, you have to be completely honest with yourself and think about how much they're probably going to give, like how much meat they're going to give. Like if the baby cow was going to be put through production to make a hamburger, why would you choose a baby cow over an adult one? And also, they're probably going to give the baby calf back if they're not going to use it for meat and stuff like that. If they're just going to get the milk from the mama cow, then there's really no point in, like, just complaining about it. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
True.
If you want to show the world that you are better than Adolf Hitler, stop supporting animal exploitation and buy ethical, plant-based products instead.
Another point.
4. Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he was cruel without justification. His actions were unnecessary, just as your consumption of animal products is unnecessary when plant-based foods are available.
What's more unnecessary is you trying to prove to the world that vegans are better than everyone else in every single way possible because they support animal rights and whatever, and that everyone who isn't vegan is the same as Adolf Hitler, which is still a crazy claim to make. Like, you made a full, 6-7 minute video about how non-vegans are like Hitler. That is insane. That is just an insane topic. How does that make sense in your brain? How does your brain think, you know what, that's a good idea. That's a good video idea to post on YouTube. On YouTube, where most of the audience is most likely going to be kids. Like, most people on YouTube, unless you're a content creator, is going to be kids. There's a lot of adult content creators out there, and a lot of kids content creators out there. I mean, I'm a kid content creator here. I'm 13. But still, most of the people who watch YouTube are going to be little kids. And when your content is this, whatever this is, it doesn't make sense how you haven't got banned off of YouTube. I'm pretty sure her TikTok got banned, thankfully, but I just don't get how YouTube still hasn't banned this kind of content right here. Like, I just don't understand it. Let's go ahead and skip towards the end of the video for the top 3 reasons why anti-veganists, or whatever you call them, are the same as Hitler, because the top 3 are always the best.
Good idea.
8. Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he normalized injustice. His propaganda made cruelty seem acceptable, just as our culture normalizes animal exploitation.
Okay, first off, Hitler did not make cruelty seem acceptable in any form or way. Like, he put Jews in gas chambers because he thought that was the reason they lost World War I. It's as simple as that. He was an evil person. He's probably, he's probably number 1, if not at least number 3 on the worst people in human history so far. And I don't get how you make the connection, the correlation between non-vegans and Hitler being the same. Like, that's still an insane concept to me. And I wish I could spend a day in the vegan teacher's body to think the way she does and see the things that she sees in the world and veganism and anything else. I honestly don't know. Because I'd love to understand, like, I'm usually a pretty open-minded person, but this, I just don't get this. Like, this is just insane.
9. Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he turned a blind eye to suffering. Many of you ignore the horrific conditions animals endure, just as others ignored his atrocities.
No one ignored his atrocities. How do you think that everyone ignored his atrocities when there was literally a world war? Emphasis on the word world. This is a war that featured the world against Hitler because his propaganda or whatever, I don't know the exact word for it, but everything he did featured the entire world against him because of his cruelness and evilness. That's how bad he is. It's not that everyone didn't know that he was doing these things. No, the world knew, and that's why the world went into war.
10. Adolf Hitler was the same as all of you who eat meat, dairy, and eggs because he was never taught to be kind to animals. If he had been taught to value all sentient life, history might have been different.
History might have been different if he hadn't failed art school. That's end of discussion.
Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see anything that was wrong with that essay.
The only reason you don't see anything wrong with the essay is because you told ChatGPT to say everything that was in that list. Like, there's no way someone just puts in 10 reasons why non-vegans are the same as Adolf Hitler and this pops out just on the random. There's no way that the vegan teacher didn't just tell it everything that she believes and said, all right, now make a list containing everything that I've told you, and then this popped out. There's no way that she didn't do that.
Seems to make sense. Several different animals were named, 10 different animals.
That's another thing that's wrong with that. There were probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 animals named. There was cow, chicken, pig, rabbit, and that was about it. So yeah, about 4 or 5 animals were named and not 10 different animals. So I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that video was a colossal waste of time. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the like button. It really helps me out. And also hit the subscribe button. That also helps me out. And also, another thing that'll help me out is when you turn on the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. So that'll let you know, a cool Kaiser the Blue Blur video has been posted. So, anyway, that's all I have for you today. Goodbye.